Okay, Pasa Champion Trucker coming back at you with a new video, and woo, we're gonna be rolling right into this topic. I mean, content creation within trucking is slowly dying. What is going on? Nobody told me this was gonna happen. Nobody told me this was gonna happen. Anyway, cut that. Thank you guys so much. If you are already a champion and a part of the familia, shout out to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. And did anybody see that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight? Woo, let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. And if you are new, all I ask for you to do is sit back, buckle up, and my daughter has something for you.
Thank you for watching, and subscribe our video and like.
Now, if you didn't do any of those things, you are heartless and cold. But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and without further ado, roll that intro. Okay, so I got 3 points for you guys. 3 points that I want to lay as to what is going on with the deterioration of the trucking industry's content and the sudden shift. Shout out to Trucker Brown. I saw a reel on Instagram, I believe, or TikTok. It was one of these things that he talked about how content creation within trucking has shifted. And we're seeing a lot of the big names like, you know, Alex Nino is still on the platform, still makes content, but it's mainly shifting his content more to a personal life and talking about the Cybertruck, which I'm like, man, my daughter and I, we see a Cybertruck and we're like, there's a Cybertruck, there's a Cybertruck, oh yeah. So we're like, yeah. But then you know, we have Alex, the trucking guy. He is recently, about 2 weeks ago, released a video that said, hey man, you know, I'm done. He actually stepped away for some time to think about it and came on camera. And you know, shout out to Alex, the trucking guy. He was definitely a very entertaining guy. Really appreciate the content that he produced. But as you guys can see, the origin started 3 years ago. 3 years ago, trucking content started to spare the YouTube spaces. And then it blasted off, creating other people. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. But pretty much 3 years ago, if you look at even a lot of these channels that started to boom, I'm talking about gained millions and made it to the mainstream of YouTube. Bobby Reach, Alex Nino, Tiki, Alex the trucking guy. There's a lot of other individuals. Now, there was always been individuals in the trucking space that was big names. They even stopped at one point. So it's a cycle, right? But the thing is that the type of content that was being produced and what caused it to actually die. You had female truck drivers that got onto the scene. They were big names. They had a lot of individuals, and you had women in the trucking industry that actually just, hey, this is my job, this is what I do, and they would break it down. And then you had others that like Tasia Woods. You had Tasia, and another one is slipping my name, Trucking with Tana. But Tasia is still doing her thing. But even within Trucking with Tana, I haven't seen anything for quite a while. But anyway, we could go over all these names within the trucking industry. Let's go over the number 1, 2, 3, whatever. Number 3. We'll start. We'll go from 3 and then count on up. Okay. Number 3 is trucking content. And I know you probably like, what the, bro, what? Yeah. Yeah, I know, I get it. Trucking content. When I say trucking content, trucking in itself is a job. You know, you go and it's very dangerous. But then on top of that, if you layer it and you're starting to learn, it can hinder your ability to properly just do your job fully. I'm talking in the beginning. Now, if you've been doing it for quite a while, I would say about over 2 years, hey, it's nothing but a thing. It's kind of like, hey, I know my points of where I want to place the camera. I ain't got really worry about it. Then I keep rolling. But in the beginning, when you are learning something and then you're documenting something, it's a job in itself, and it's pretty difficult. And I would say that, again, it's not something that hinders you from doing your job, your primary job, but it does wear you down at the end of the day, especially when you got to compile all these videos and export it to your laptop, edit it up, get proper service signal in order for you to upload a 30-minute video vlog. It's a lot. But on top of that, if you make trucking your content, right, you're making your job your content. Every single day or every week, you have to plan out some kind of way that you're going to produce content for those out there. And it becomes taxing. You not only just have your regular job, but you have another job, which is a lot. It's a lot. Trucking in general, paying attention, watching people that can't freaking merge onto the interstate. I'm like, why can't you? Why so difficult? I'm like, it's pathetic, man. Like, I'm sorry, getting off there. That's just, it really irritates me. Anyway, that is something that's difficult to do, and you have to psych yourself up and pretend on camera that you're happy, when obviously, you know, you see a video like Alex the Trucking Guy, you see that video and you're like, wow, this guy, he's very sad, you know, this is sad. That's reality. Wow, people are sad. And for some reason, YouTube is a space where you guys, like, if you got a large audience, like my cousin said, yeah, they're gonna support you. But if you're a small content creator and you tell them, man, I'm going through a hard time, it's like, ah, man, just dust off your, go, get back on, get on that horse, boy. But get going. And it's like, oh, okay, all right, I messed up my neck there. But yeah, so when you create content, you're trucking content, you have another job. Number two, doing it for the wrong reasons. You're doing it, you have no passion. Now, I'm not saying any of these content creators that I shout out have no passion. I don't know these individuals, but a lot of people get into trucking just for either their OnlyFans, and we know some of those that do that, or they know it's a bag. They know it's a bag to make money. So they're going into just to get their CDL, just to create content. And that's bad. That's dangerous. Now, for me, I think a real person within the trucking industry that is creating content can step away for a full year and not have to make content. They just, hey, I'm doing my thing. And there's a few individuals that I know that have created content within trucking, stepped away, and they're still trucking. And I think those are the realest people. They actually did it for the right reasons. But those that can't have a camera, if they get on, they're like, I'm done with trucking. I can't figure out content anymore. I can't figure it out. I paid it. I can't figure this out no more. I'm tired, man. I can't create content, so I can't do trucking anymore. I don't even know where my accent went. It went from New York to friggin' Australian. I don't even know, man. It's like a new, sometimes I gotta catch myself, but that's a problem. If you can't do trucking, because you can't figure out content, that means you had no passion for trucking. Now, for me, I can go in the truck and I'm just like doing my thing. Just, hey, it's another Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's another week, right? So it is what it is. I don't need a camera on me. If anything, I'm like, thank God there ain't no camera on me. I already got somebody watching me with that green light, just watching me at all times. Every time I push that brake in, oh, I'm watching you. I got a bag of popcorn and I'm just bibble bobble, bibble. And number three, trucking is incredibly lonely. Doesn't matter if you have an audience. They're not there. And a lot of times, if you want to create the best content, you have to lock yourself away. Absolutely lock yourself away. And that's it. You're going to take long loads in order for people to see all the stretch of land, your POV over days, like Alex the Trucking Guy said, you know, going from Texas to Florida. And, you know, if you're a single guy, you have no kids and no wife, no girlfriend, or vice versa, no boyfriend, no husband. It's incredibly lonely. And so I don't think people truly understand that. If you're local, you don't understand this. I mean, we're gonna be really delving into trucking and how bad, like not how bad, like but how deep this stuff goes. Because I think people look at it like, oh, he drive truck, but yeah, he drive truck, but there's more to it. You know, you're sitting in a truck for hours. For me, today was what, 13 hours. And I'm listening to podcast. I'm listening to a book. But I've been doing it for so long. That's all I know. Talking to people have become a little bit abnormal. The only way I'm able to keep up my social skills is because I'm able to relay a video. I barely talk. When I get off this video, I don't talk a whole lot, other than to a few individuals within my life, and that's not on an everyday basis. So this is an incredibly lonely field. And sometimes it weighs upon you in the content creation and the fake and all these culmination into reality. And 3 years ago, content creation with the trucking space was changed. It wasn't so much as a information anymore. It was more as an entertainment piece. And that's sad. It's really sad. Because back then people were like, how do you back? What's the best company? But now the biggest videos that get views today is how much you get paid. That's it. How much you get paid to work here. How much you get paid to work here. How much you get paid to work here. That's my biggest. No, I don't think that's my biggest video. I think I just reviewed some stuff, but it's sad, man. Like sometimes you just want to be like, oh, okay. Hey, I work at such and such. This is what I do. But that's it. That's it. You drive. Some people don't mind watching people just set up a camera and watch them go down the road. It soothes them. But I'm going to tell you something. Even for those content creators, they're like, man, why do they like watching me drive a truck? And I know the answer. It's something that they can't do or won't do, and then they're curious, they enjoy it, and I get it. But sometimes you got an industry where it's already so toxic. It's so toxic. You have other truck drivers that don't like each other. You have shippers, receivers, all these people that they treat you like crap. And then you go online, upload a video. Majority of the time, if you're new, they treat you like crap. It's a tough industry. It's a tough industry. And to find your footing as a content creator within YouTube, and that's what you have to produce. And then you have an audience that, you know, sometimes it can be great, sometimes it can be bad. You know, I would say like Alex the Trucking Guy, great audience. Bobby Reach, people was kind of like counting on his downfall. That was sad. But I do have to say that you have to have a passion for it. And I truly do. I like being a truck driver. I know I was talking recently to a family member about, you know, going back into the office, doing a white collar job, and it's a little too tough for me to do that. I enjoy what I do, and there are days that stress me the heck out, and I'm like, man, just to know that somebody in the office don't have to deal with that, but they have to deal with their own struggles. But when it comes down to content creation within the trucking space, don't take it for granted. You know, if you're here and you're doing great, ask yourself, what are you doing it for? For me, I just like doing it. I've been doing YouTube for over 10 years. And watching these people that started at the same time as me and get millions of subscribers, it kind of puts a smile on my face because I know there's a chance. And to know that there's a spot for me. But I want to do it with the content I love doing. I ain't got no problem doing. And it like vlogs are tough. They're hard. You got to set up a camera. You got to be talking. You got to do all this stuff. You got to be good. You got to be tough. You got to get stronger. Anyway, guys, Thank you so much for watching this video. I will catch all of you in the next one. Adios.